Orion.
Incredible.
What are you wearing out of those clothes? What are you wearing?
Look at that Orion smile.
It's a wry smile.
Look at Orion's little doggy smile.
Nah.
Oh, you look so lovely, little outfit. I just want to eat you up.
Look at this sentimental little bitch.
Oh, check it out. It's a Fez dispenser.
Adorable.
Annie, look for the key
Oh man, this
underneath it.
coffee's cold.
By the way, you look
Must be
unbelievably
Starbucks.
beautiful tonight. You're practically glowing.
Oh, thank you.
So, Leffen, where do
I
you
mean,
see
I'm
yourself?
7 non-Fox years
20
old now. My father died at 7.5. I don't want to live in a hole anymore. And I'm going to do something about it.
Where do I see myself in 20 years? Probably dead.
What? No, would you see the end of this interview at some point? You know.
Oh, I might even still be in this chair as a corpse.
Yeah, Leffen, how long have you?
Hey, I can be like the sidekick on Craig Ferguson's Late Late Show. I'll be the new skeleton.
Of course.
They'll call me Jeff.
See,
Jeff.
At some point, this stage will have cameras that we can point at different people and show to the audience. And
I want to be your dead sidekick.
I could do that.
You could easily be
I want to be your dead animatronic sidekick.
How long have you been in the fur community?
5 nights at
The
Furries.
fur community since 1999. Unfortunately.
So I was 4 years old at that time.
I was
Damn!
furry.
Oh,
1997.
Wow.
you were 4 years old and I was 17.
It's incredible.
I
Damn,
didn't
damn,
call myself
sounds so
furry
young.
until after
It's incredible.
Midwest Fur
I'm
Fest
still young.
2001.
And you are actually.
I may
I
be
was 17.
38, but I'm really 19. Oh yeah.
Hey,
39.
know your number.
How to feel about that?
I'm 39 too.
It's like all furries
I'm an
are
old
big children.
I feel
I'm
like
23.
I have a lot of energy
I just-
left to give.
I just got back from Germany. I was like 39, 9, 9,
I never run out of energy.
Mindset.
A lot of people get tired before I do. I'm
I
like,
bet Orion's the youngest one here.
like
Well,
Miles talking about to my
29.
stream the other day. My roommate, he's a little Asian dude. He's
okay,
only
Zoomer.
18 years
Okay.
old, and dude is tired all the
Don't
time.
stray.
I'm like, dude, you gotta eat. You need to eat some healthier foods because he always eats like fast food. I'm like, dude, that's why you're tired.
I noticed that last year I just ate too much bad stuff and I feel really.
You get tired. Yeah, you get tired. You gotta eat good
Yep.
shit.
I lost
I
my
mean, I
kidney
eat fast
function.
food too a lot, but I try to eat cooked. I eat green food. Like I try to drink. You know, I take pomegranate and acai berries a lot. Those are
all
really
the
good
different
for you.
colors. All the
Yeah.
different colors
I always
of the
get the
way
hot
you-
shit.
I'm joking.
Pretty much.
How much fast food you get?
You gotta eat your greens. You gotta eat the purple. You gotta eat the reds. Don't eat too much red meat.
No,
though.
you got the 5-layer burrito, the Mexican pizza, the gorditos.
Yeah. Gorditos.
Holy shit.
The
I
What?
just opened
You
it.
get up there. Get off the
I just opened
stage.
it.
Oh, hello.
Oh god.
He
he's
found a
flying around.
loophole.
Arthur's been trying to get up there for like hours now, so
See,
congratulations, he finally did it.
I also had ADHD when I was a kid, growing up.
Oh,
so that's where a lot of my
diagnosed
energy.
much too often.
Yeah. Well, my parents. Look, I had a lot of energy when I was a kid. Too much. And my parents thought it was a problem, so they gave me Ritalin and turned me into a zombie when I was a kid.
No.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
God.
you're like my Eastern cousin then.
I
They
hated
did that to me
it.
too.
Dude, I
They
didn't
do that to
even
every
know
kid.
myself until like beginning of high school. Yeah, right there at the beginning of high school. I didn't even know, like I was just in school, like I let people bully me, all this
Yeah,
shit, because
I-
my personality, I wasn't outgoing. I was very like
Amen. Amen,
pulled
bro.
down.
Oh god.
Yeah. And it was
Ray,
terrible.
you're losing
But
your
then
bracket.
finally in freshman year, I don't know what happened, but I was like, I'm not gonna take this medication because I missed a dose one time, and finally
Oh.
it clicked. I noticed it. I was like, dude, when I missed this pill, my fucking
Your life
got
began.
outgoing. I was like, holy shit, it's myself. And then I started skipping it all the time and throwing it in the trash. And I'm like, holy shit, this is now I feel like me. Now I want to talk and like do stuff. Like I'm motivated.
Right.
So I stopped taking it altogether.
Yeah, it set me back big time
No,
too.
it is really. It's just
Yeah.
really, really heartwarming.
I would have been taller.
Yeah. Stunt your growth. But yeah,
I
the
still had to
clonidine,
jump over the aisles
clonidine
to
and
see.
fucking Ritalin.
Probably
What's the
killed my
first
kidneys
one?
too. I
never
don't
heard
know.
of
Who
that.
knows?
I don't even know what clonidine was, but I had to take it. Like Ritalin and clonidine was like so much part of my life that I knew the names of the medicine, but I didn't know what they did. I just took them because my parents told me I had to.
That was brutal.
Well, I mean, as long as
That was-
you weren't like Beavis in Cornholio mode, where you're like just
Or
talking
we just go
gibberish
with.
and bouncing off the
Well-
walls. And...
I did break stuff, but not on purpose. It's like any kid would break stuff, you know, goofing off with and
Yeah.
breaking toys and just with the brother. And we went outside and they finally got a
See-
trampoline and I could go out and they liked the trampoline because I'd go out all the time and jump on it and get all my energy out like for hours.
See,
That's so
the thing
cute.
is,
I think it's just called being a boy. I don't
really
know.
believe
I
in
know,
the
it's like-
ADH thing. I thought
But if you gave the school
being
system any
kids.
grief, they would drug you.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
terrible.
I-
They could have
Yeah.
signed me up for a fucking dance program or like something
Yeah.
that would have actually progressed me through my life.
Schools
like
never
what
had crap like
but they
that,
didn't even
man.
think about that. None of that
Did you
crossed my
take-
mind. Dude,
Dancing lessons at some point.
no, they should have. They
Mhm.
should have signed me up for some. Like my brother put on this play. It was called Toy Maker's Dream, like this thing, and they didn't use their voices at all. It was just ballet, music, and they would mime the whole thing, and it was like beautiful. They did
Mhm.
all these movements and stuff, and I would stand in front of the TV and do it, do all that stuff when I was a kid.
Yeah.
My parents thought I was
That's so
crazy.
cute.
Yeah, they didn't know.
Yeah, what do you expect?
Like-
I'm sure there's so
Okay.
many children who will be medicated because of that.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
It's terrible. And my parents, like, they weren't bad parents. Like, they were just like they were very Bible. They weren't Bible thumpers, but they, you know, they had
Well,
they were
nuclear
set
family.
in their Christian ways and all that, and they were nice, but I don't know. They just didn't understand
What do like
what
the
people were growing into in the future, and they were very traditional, like.
Mhm.
Stuck in the past. You got to
The
go be a
Disney
doctor
afternoon.
or a lawyer. Becoming a performer or some shit like that, that's out of the question.
Mhm.
Dancing and do
Yeah,
all that shit.
unfortunately,
That's just silly
it's-
stuff to them,
It
you know?
might be just a tiny bit easier today or more tolerable.
Yeah,
I don't know. But it's
Mhm.
not. It's still hard. Still very, very hard.
No, my parents didn't know what Apple Basic was, so
yeah. Yeah. Well, my parents took them a long time to get on the damn computer, but they finally did. My mom
God's sakes,
did.
my father is still
wait, are they in the audience right now? Oh, okay, no good.
No.
I mean,
Hi, Mom.
So, how did you do it? How did you manage to be yourself? Was it because of your?
I personally hid in a fursuit all the whole time. No,
Just throwing away that medication, man. That's what brought me out back to normal. And then I started
idea.
going to furry conventions, and then I found furries after that, and I was like, oh. Then that whole
Yeah, there.
thing began.
Actually, for your liveliness, they're an eye opener. The entire community,
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
like for your
I'm
expression.
hoping to maybe get tested. I may be tested in the future for ADD because I swear to God I think I might have it because I can't function and do shit unless I have like a bunch of other stimulus going on at the same time.
See, okay, so
Well,
that disease
ahead.
usually is that diagnosis is correct, I guess. Usually, when you wouldn't be listening anymore to us already, you wouldn't actually notice what we were talking about right now.
Right.
It's not always the case.
just don't think-
I can pull focus, but like,
Yeah,
well,
but that's what they
you know,
can't
stimuli
usually.
going on.
I know what Hawthorne's talking about too. It's like somebody will be talking to you, but then your mind starts thinking about some shit you actually want to think about, and you're not even listening. But then you're
Yeah,
half
like it's-
listening, and then you
yeah,
go
like it's
back, you
similar.
snap back,
I
and
got
you're
that
like, "Oh,
same-
what did you say?"
I got that same thing.
Yeah,
I got that
Yeah.
same
the thing
thing,
is
but
that you
I
guys
lost
were
it at
talking
14.
about. You guys were talking
What?
about ADD earlier, and then you moved on to the furry shit. And
Like, I
while you
had
were
the same
doing that,
thing.
I was watching videos in Discord.
I mean, that's fine. That's just multitasking.
I believe it's real. I just don't believe it's
that's the thing, though.
abnormal.
It's
I really think
another
it's been
stimulus.
part of us.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I think it's common. It's a thing, but it's
I
common.
think-
It's not abnormal. It's just that.
I think humans call that interest.
Thinktris?
The thing is,
something. If
most
it's
ki-
interesting,
most-
you just listen to someone.
most school
If it's not
systems,
your
especially-
mind will wander.
You just mind just
most
goes,
school systems
yeah.
back then had to run on a schedule, and so they're
Mhm.
trying to shove all kinds of kids with different mental, capacities and things. It's just not uniform. They're trying to shove them through a system that if they don't fit, they try to. It's like this medication's a way of
Yeah.
trying to shove you through the system. That's what I think of it as.
Yeah, and kids.
Lucky my
need-
parents
it's
took
like,
me off Ritalin.
Yeah, good. It's like, man, and they need attention. Like, you got to really pay attention to what they're like. I wish they would have asked me, right? Well, back then I think they did, and I just didn't know. They're like, because as a kid you're scared, right? You want to dance in front of your TV, but then they say, do you want to do like this or go do, and then
Yeah,
you're
you're
kind
not
of
sure
scared,
how
right?
they're
Because you
gonna
don't want to, you
Yeah.
don't want to perform in front of people as a kid. That's scary.
It was
But
just
they
you,
should've-
Yeah, no one's watching.
Yeah, yeah. So, like, it would have been interesting. I wish they would have just pushed me in it, because most parents, they're like, you're going to go take ballet lessons. Some kids don't like it, and they get out of it, and they don't do it. But I probably, once I got in there, and I would have crossed the hurdle of the fear, I probably would have loved it.
But it's all about the teacher, because if the teacher's bad, you might be getting so
Yeah.
annoyed by it and connected
Yes.
forever with that.
Oh, there was no
Yes.
shortage of that.
That's because the teachers
I
that
think-
really kind of make you comfortable with it, those are the ones like usually you can work.
I think it was. I think it was the lack of teaching, crashing and burning.
When I was
Yeah.
going through school, and I remember one of the fucked up shit that the education system did to me is because I'm visually impaired, and shit like that. Like, I got all of my like tests and stuff enlarged because small font on high contrast paper, black on white, really fucked me up. Like, it gave me headache. So when I was doing that in school, we had this huge, the CCAT aptitude testing. I don't know what it's called in the States.
Oh, the cat,
But it's an
cat test.
aptitude
Yeah.
test. Yeah.
Hey,
So
Kuso.
I tested that.
Cusco.
I tested that, and apparently I got a high enough mark to go into like an advanced enrichment program. But it turns out the folks that were actually
my
hosting
God.
the program, the education
Thought there was
system
another
itself, they said that we don't like that you modified the test for him to make it larger. He needs to retake the test. And of course, like my mother said, absolutely not, because if he does take the test, he's gonna think he did something wrong and get stuff wrong again.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so instead of actually telling me the truth about that, they actually told me, it's like, oh, you didn't make the qualifications, you got just below what they wanted. And it's like,
Wow, that's a dick
okay. So they fucking
Ouch.
lied to me.
Ouch. I'll end you.
And then there were some guys that were like, "Why?" And they were like, "If you were
It's a
in
never
Shiba, why
meant.
weren't you in?" Some of the kids actually use it as a fucking elitist thing, like, "Oh, why weren't you in the program and stuff like that?" It's like, well, I was lied to. Anyway, it was interesting because like a week before they got that news back, my mom asked me, "It's like, would you be comfortable going to a different school one time of the week?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
I want to make
We
That
gotta
was-
cut
that
to a
was
commercial
good.
break.
Yeah.
You mean a musical? Okay, go ahead.
Man.
You know when he's messing with
What do we
OVR.
have for hold on. I think I might have got.
Applejack's the musical.
Preparation H.
Snack.
Hold on. I've got.
Damn, Cusco
Squeeze
takes
it.
up the whole balcony.
Cusco. Is it the Emperor's Groove?
What the heck?
Look at those huge thighs.
Oh, hey, Payless, what's up?
That's one that I usually
Giggity.
use before my shows. Like my long ones.
Hello.
Hey, wild
I
dude.
love it.
Pay no attention to pay no attention to Princess up there.
Hang on. Let me stand up here. Oh wait, you're too small now. Let's bend down.
I am in my sheep.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm
What are you doing being a Shiba? Get out of that
I'm
thing.
a sheep bear.
She-bear?
Yes.
That's when like.
I don't think you have
That's
a
when
pop
relax. Avatar, you got there.
Ho ho ho.
Any
problems or anything?
I like how you only have a guest entrance, Stray. That's smart.
Yeah, because I just noticed like most people come only from one side.
Oh no, that's cringe.
Yeah, that's smart.
That's cringe.
It's also just very immersive. I was really proud of that.
Hot dog doing backflips.
Did you just do this? This is all brand new?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Ding dong, yo, ding dong.
Okay.
It's really not really for any musical numbers I have, except the number jack one maybe. But
it's
even that one is
good.
not really perfect, so this is mainly for people.
You really should make a musical out of an interview.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And just doing.
When I was ADD, I then was 17. I had some very good beer I purchased with a fake ID.
My name was Brian.
Was Brian Dookie.
It's the coolest thing that you can see the actual video
From the back.
I was 7.
It's so good.
What are you doing?
It's funny. This is the same video. This is the same video I would play when we do movie nights on my live stream. Between movies, I play this.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Wait, is this live right now?
Hey,
Oh,
is there something running right now?
Should I be seeing something? I don't see anything.
Yeah.
There's a
Because
Twitch
it's good. It
design.
lasts
Okay,
for
well,
like.
sometimes it happens.
Hello.
Shoma, Wiener Schnitzel.
It's delicious. Are you guys getting hungry?
Not really.
Yeah. Give me an ice kick out to Coca-Cola.
Give me a
Oh,
new
there we go.
No,
There we go.
gone.
One I spit in
Does
hot dog
anybody
water
have
for.
any words for my wiener?
Jetzt.
You want to do the pie song for people now? There's more people out.
Give me some sauerkraut.
Boo, Foxo, boo.
Give me some sauerkraut.
Yes.
Who wants some brats or brats?
Hi.
What?
They're the worst.
Same thing.
I'm not in full body right now, so I'm gonna be applying.
Oh my god,
Now we got Butthead.
So I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna start this story off with just to preface that.
Yeah.
If ever anybody asks you a question and it's a strict yes or no answer, usually the best response is either yes or no, unless like there's something that particularly bothers you about said question itself. So I'm just gonna start the story off with that. But I have a question for the audience. What's the appropriate response to the question? Would you like some ice cream? Yeah. Okay. So that's good to know. It's good to know that you're all like in the correct headspace there. So
Ice cream gives me the farts, but yes.
There was one night when I go over to my friend because he decided to help me out and like print off one of those reports for school. It didn't fucking matter what it was, but I asked him. I looked him in the eye and I said, like, "Hey, would you like some ice cream?" Motherfucker, without skipping a beat, looks at me and says, "Oh, why do you ask?" Ah, God, I don't know. I just decided to order some ice cream. I'm not really feeling it, but do you fucking want some? No, So I'm just sitting here, and I don't know why, but the reason that he said that, it made me so irrationally fucking angry. I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with you? It's a yes or no question. Do you want fucking ice cream or not? There's chocolate or vanilla. Do you want some? And the motherfucker with this shit-eating grin on his face, he just stares me in the eyes. He looks into my ocular sensors, into my fucking soul, and he says,
Hold on,
maybe. Son of a bitch. So I slammed the door in this guy's face. And just not a moment later, not a moment too soon, I just hear him whimper very quietly behind the door. Chocolate, please. What an asshole.
Yeah.
Now, Now, normally, like, it's not it's a terrible thing to steal a joke. It's a terrible thing to steal a joke. But I'm going to tell this story because I stole a joke, and it was fucking hilarious. My friend's reaction. So, for reference, there's this group called Anti-Donna, and they're Australian-based, really funny. Check out their show on Netflix; it's fucking amazing. And this is where I took the joke from. There was a scene in the show that had to do with pepper and sneezing. So, to explain what I did with my friend, and this is where the joke came from, I walked over to his door, knocked on it, and it's like, dude, like, I have to tell you something. It's like super important. Like, oh my god. And like, I try to sound as panicked as possible. It's like, what's the problem, dude? What's the problem? And I had a pepper shaker in my hand, and when he finally opened the door, and I'm like, dude, I just realized that an orgasm is, I realized that a sneeze is 1/8 an orgasm, and I've sneezed 7 times today, and I just shoved the fucking pepper in my hand, huffed it, and sneezed, and then just screamed. There was some shit. But honestly, though, being like 23 years old, being born in like 1997, that's just like off the cusp of, you know, 2 generations. Like I'm between millennials and Gen Z, and millennials at this point are kind of reaching that prospect of everything new fucking scares me, and I have no clue what's going on. And then of course you've got Gen Z, which are learning like all this new slang and shit. They're making up all this funny haha, and like it's both fucking generations are equally as apathetic. Although one is more like direct with like social stuff. So me being stuck between these 2 generations, I'm confused whether or not to go outside, start a protest, and make sure people get their rights, or I don't know, fucking wish for death. But being stuck in between both generally confuses me, because like first I didn't realize like half of the slang that was coming out of people's mouths. I was just wondering if like, oh, they came up with something on the spot and just thought, oh, haha, that's funny. Like for instance, simp. For the longest time I didn't know what fucking simp was, and I felt like totally like worried to ask. It's like, you don't know what that fucking means? You're old. It's like, no, I'm like 23. So I ask like one half of my generation is like, oh, you're fucking old. And then I talk to anybody who is like roughly what, 5 years, 6 years older than me, they know what the word means for some fucking reason, because like they want to be hip with the times. And I tell them my age, it's like, oh, you're just a sweet little baby, my sweet little summer child. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, kill me now.
Yeah, okay, Zoomer.
I fucking heard that backstage. Yeah, that's exactly it. You're gonna be a smartass. Get the fuck out here. So, I gotta deal with that shit. I gotta deal with from both ends, and this is because it's like, oh, it was 1997. You know what the hardest part is for me though, is that people who are into that astrology type shit, they're like, oh, what sign are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm a Pisces. It's like, oh, what day were you born on? February 19th. You're actually an Aquarius.
Oh god.
Like, fuck you. I know my goddamn birthday. It's not my fault that I was decided to be sandwiched in between that too. So, long story short, I guess my just life is a fucking sandwich at this point. Sucks.
That is so true.
I guess with dating prospects though, I never get to be fucking in one. Thanks, COVID. Anyway, y'all have been beautiful. Have a good night.
All right. Happy birthday.
Interesting.
Oh, that was so
It's
delightful.
amazing.
It's been forever and a day. Yeah.
Hey, you ever had a wet dream before? You know, you kind of like woke up and your pants were like wet. Yeah. You know what they wake up with often? A snorgasm.
Well,
You even see you half through the joke.
All right.
It was the
Okay.
It was the end of the laugh that got me.
Oh, is Prey asleep?
Hey, boys and girls.
Yeah.
It's always the runoffs. Think you're hot shit. It's fucking sneaky boy.
I've never heard of this world before. Is this a common thing?
They'll try and perform games.
This is Strays.
I never heard of this world either.
He's around here somewhere.
Sorry, asleep.
Well,
Prey.
But he actually hosts this.
My brother.
Okay. Is this like? No. This is a very neat concept. I like it. I might go back to the grassland and catch up with the other coyotes over there, but this is fascinating that this exists.
Definitely look market.
You. Hi. Where are you in the real? How's you okay? Where you at?
He's not the same as me. I'm still in the same place. I finally got my own house. I'm all.
Where
Where
did you live though?
Jolly good. Yeah. I'm still in Colorado.
You're Colorado. Oh, okay. Then you're not that far. I'm in California now. Actually,
You moved across the world.
I did, yes, 8 years ago. But that's how long it's been since I've seen you, I think. So, yeah, that's wild. That's wild. I think it was probably several MFF hotels ago. Might have been the last.
It's going.
Seen you.
Hello. We are the COVID relief band here to play for you tonight. We are called the Flu Fighters.
Oh, God.
Ooh! Oh.
Don't boo. I've seen what makes you laugh.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah, using my tongue and gullet.
Also, I like your ear notch, Rex. That's cool.
It's like knew I was going through a thing. It's like,
I'm missing
that's
pieces
awesome.
too.
Oh wow.
I see that.
Did you make this
I saw
yourself?
that.
Oh, this public.
Oh really? Oh shit.
So you don't like the Flu Fighters, huh? What were you
No,
expecting, Limp
you're
Bizkit?
turned off. I can't blame you, but it's okay. But it looks good.
You can if you want. It's free.
Oh, the ability is disabled.
Oh. How do I throw it to 3, 2, 1. Try it.
Hawthorne, you want to play something?
There you go. Okay.
I don't have a guitar. I can't play something and look cool.
Oh shit, that's right.
What?
laughing. Show us your boobs.
What it?
Yeah.
Does anybody want to play an instrument?
Oh shit, is that laughing hyena?
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Oh my god.
Hey, what is
You play guitar, I'll play stupid.
Patrick, it's not.
I'll play guitar. I'm gonna
Well, he's taking the stage, and he needs a bandmate.
Laughing,
I'll play an instrument.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Never meant and laughing hyena.
Can't come in yet.
We played this song earlier, Slaya.
Oh,
Tommy the Cat.
Last week.
What am I playing? No, this is great. I'm seeing so many
Here,
videos
play
that I've
the.
not
What did you
seen in,
play
like,
last
almost
time?
literally
Here, play the
decades.
guitar.
drums or the guitar?
Playing time.
Oh, it's crazy. Your
Tommy
cat's been
the
crazy
Cat.
for that. You can't have a fucking...
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go the
I
back
actually
door.
found someone on here that I have not seen in over 20 years.
Everybody